Today's tip is before we start chanting japa, spend 30 seconds to a minute to close your eyes and simply observe the mind as an observer. Don't try to judge the thoughts that are coming. Just observe what thoughts are coming in your mind. And as you do that, we will be able to slow our mind down. And then our mind will then revert to its natural state. What is the natural state of the mind? We'll all be very surprised to know that the natural state of mind is not the mode of ignorance, is not the mode of passion, it is the mode of goodness. It is said in Srimad Bhagavatam that the mind, the source of mind is the moon. That's why when we look at the moon, our mind feels very calm because that's the source of the mind and it comes out of mode of goodness. What comes out of mode of passion is intelligence. Because once we just observe the mind without bringing our intelligence to judge the thoughts, the mind comes back naturally, slowing down to the mode of goodness, uninfluenced by passion and the plan making intelligence. So, mind will give so many thoughts. If you just observe them, of course, before chanting, once you start chanting, we have to start neglecting the mind. Mind will come up with so many different thoughts.
Sometimes brilliant ideas.
Sometimes genius ideas. When we are sitting and chanting, suddenly a genius idea would come, which would be very useful for our work. And we would say, hey, let me just write it down or do something. But that is a distraction. That is a distraction by Maya. Maya Devi telling that, yes, if this person continues to focus on hearing the holy names of the Lord, this person will get out of my clutches. So what should I do? Let me allure this person by giving thoughts that never come to him. And then we feel, oh, this is a thought that Krishna has given. Let me jot it down. But that is a distraction. That is a trick of Maya. If Krishna wants us to remember later this thought, he will again inspire us. But when we are sitting and chanting, let's focus on just hearing the holy name and utterly neglect the mind, all the thoughts that are coming from the mind. Don't take it seriously. It's like a projector which is projecting on smoke.
Have we ever had this experience? If we see a projector which is projecting just smoke, sometimes that smoke forms the form of a tiger or an elephant. Different things, very unpredictable things. Sometimes a home, sometimes just like clouds shattering. So that's what the mind does. When we are trying to focus our mind on japa, this is what the mind does. It's like this projector projecting, on this smoke, which is making up so-called images.
And then it asks, oh, what if you would have actually behaved in this way to this person? Oh, this person said this. Next time I meet him, I'll tell this thing to this person. I'll show this person how dare they say like this. And so many different thoughts it'll start bringing up. It'll start demanding answers. And then if we give any attention, the intelligence will immediately go and start finding answers to the questions that the mind is posing. But those questions are worthless, are of no use. Only question we need to ask, only regret we need to have is why? What if I would have been with Radha and Krishna in the spiritual world and not come to this material world? That is the only regret. That's the only what if. Everything else is like a smoke. It'll go away. Even if the intelligence find answers to those questions that the mind is giving while we are chanting japa, it's of no consequence. So Srila Prabhupada, he said the best thing is neglect the mind. neglect the thoughts that the mind is forcing towards us. If a guest comes to our house and we just neglect the guests, we just continue doing our work, the guest would come, look here and there, sit, but no one is asking any water, no one is asking food, no one is talking even to that particular guest. The guest would feel, what's going on? I don't need to be here. And the guest would just walk away. So, of course, we should not treat our guests like this. We should be very hospitable. But with our mind, when we are chanting, when the mind starts demanding attention, neglect it. And you will see after some time it will stop and slow down.
So
We
this
will
is
see that.